And we are live. Welcome to the 2024 Hurst, Texas Invitational. This is the Steve Swanson Invitational. We're very excited as Steve and I bring to you for the first time the draft. This is a live draft. Behind us, you can see the captains who are going to be performing a snake draft here. There are 6 teams in the upper division. Each of these 6 teams has 2 captains identified. We'll go through it as we go through the draft. The player pool and the captains are available on the spreadsheet on the Facebook page. We encourage you to get on it and participate with us. We're very excited for this. It's the first time we're doing it. Let's start with introductions. I'm Noah Aaron from Seattle.
Steve out here from Seattle.
And everybody else is here, too. I'd like to thank Dan Bostic for helping us. He's running the stream, and we're going to get going here. So Team 1, represented by the co-captains Tom Benavides and Ross Wunderlich, they are officially on the clock with the first pick. All right, and so Ross and Tom are communicating via phone. Every team is going to get 2 minutes to make their first pick. We will make sure that they are aware that they're on the clock. Do we have the first pick? Oh, that was excellent. And now to the commissioner, Steve Snowy Swanson.
And for the first pick of the 2024 Stephen Snowy Swanson Invitational Tournament, Tommy and Ross have selected Dougie from Michigan.
Oh, excellent. Doug Troyer as the first pick of this invite of the first ever live draft. This is a pretty fascinating view. We should also announce that Clint Fisher and Austin Carter, Team 2, are on the clock for the second overall pick. So Doug Troyer, how exciting. First picked overall in 2024. Let me go and find Doug. Doug, why don't you come over here and join us? I'll be right back.
No pressure, first pick. On the screen.
Check. Doug, the first pick overall. How are you feeling about this?
It's an honor to be picked by Tommy and Ross. It's a rigged commission by Snowy Goodell Swanson.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good tournament.
Have you played with Ross and then obviously played with Tommy quite a bit?
I've never played with Ross, so that should be fun.
Right on. How do you feel about this? Is this the team that you wanted to be selected on?
I'm happy wherever the dominoes fall.
Beautiful. All right. Well, any teammates that you're hoping get picked? So you've got Ross, who's a big, tall guy. Tommy, who's a great, coordinator on the court. You've got a beautiful screenshot. What other components do you think your team needs in the upcoming picks?
Really, we're going to win the whole thing.
Yeah. As long as you don't get Timmy. Okay. So, let that be a lesson to everybody else. Make sure they do not get Timmy. Yeah. He's terrible. Terrible player.
All right, I'm up.
All right, number 1. The number 1 pick.
30 seconds.
We're being told 30 seconds.
And it looks like Clint is communicating the final selection. Let's go over to Steve Snowy Swanson.
And for the second pick, I was told that there's specifically that picked someone who was shy and wasn't really loud, boisterous. That was going to go to Noah Aaron.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Fisher and Austin Carter.
Whoa!
Oh, wow! My goodness. Rigged. Obviously rigged. Yes, sir. So I have. All right. So now, why don't we, Clint and Austin, are you able to come over here and tell us why you screwed this thing up?
Late change.
What in the hell are you guys thinking?
Yeah, what's the hell time? We needed
someone with a voice because we don't want to yell. We'll figure we'll have some, very low voice.
Yes. When I think of you guys, I think very quiet on the court. That's naturally.
Use the crowd.
Team volume. I like.
We keep the flexibility on who can play where in the court.
Yeah.
We now have 3 players that can do all 3 things.
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully we're gonna find out.
Oh.
But, yeah.
So is the strategy here? I mean, getting weird with it. If we just keep picking folks who are like really good defenders,
not a chance.
then we just pull them. Like we get Doc, we get Kyle, we just pull them off the board.
Well, we thought about that. We'll see you in the next video.
Okay. All right.
Have a minute. Come on over.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Wow.
Number 2.
I'm honestly stunned and a little speechless. That is, that's cool. A lot of gamesmanship going on. I think, getting a tall player. Obviously the Seattle background means that I'm comfortable moving around. Playing with Clinton Austin, that'll be cool.
I think you guys will mesh really well together.
Yeah, I think so too. So Barrett Davis and Brad Reading are on the clock and done.
All right. For the third pick of the 2024 Invitational Tournament goes to Alex Torley.
Doc,
Torley.
the doctor.
There's
Yeah, so Doc called it. There is a run on goalies. Just as predicted.
Congratulations, sir.
So, yesterday, Doc very presciently, with a lot of perspicacity, a lot of foresight and intuition, said that as soon as a defender started getting picked, defenders were there'd be a run on defenders.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting total chaos now. We'll see how many defenders are left by the time this first round of picks goes. I expect Kyle and some of these other guys to go real fast now.
Yeah.
Defense. Now everybody's gonna be like, I don't want to play defense. I need to
Yeah. So,
yes, I'm the logical choice.
so playing with Barrett and Brad Reading, what are your thoughts on how that team's going to mesh together?
I think that'll be exciting. It's different guys doing different stuff. Barrett's very well rounded playing both sides. So, and Brad's a streaky shooter. When he gets going, he's tough to stop. So that'll be exciting. I haven't played with either. Well, I played with Brad, but as far as I've never played with Barrett, so it's exciting to play with somebody I've not played with. So it's gonna be fun.
And Barrett is also a phenomenal goalie. And so, obviously you're very comfortable in the goalie role, but if there are other things, I saw you making some shots out there and causing some chaos and power blocking some people into submission. So yeah, that'll be a cool team to watch.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Look forward to playing this game. Hopefully, Brad will keep his invite streak going, and he can get me a medallion like last year. Have fun.
That's a beautiful thing. All right. Well, thank you, sir.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Right on. Good luck, Doc. All right. Next up, we have Sam Kim and Beckett Stanislaw, and it looks like their pick is coming in right now.
And for the fourth pick of the yeah, so good. For the fourth pick, Tim Austin to Barrett. Dang it! I'm so sorry.
Sam Kim and
Beckett and Sam.
Beckett and Sam.
Beckett and Sam.
Tim Austin to to stunned silence as Tim gets picked, fourth overall. All right. Is Beckett around? Oh, next. Next is Chris Bolte and Kaylin Willis are on the clock. Team 5. Beckett, can you walk us through your thought process on selecting such an unknown player?
Yeah, me and Sam, it was a tough decision. We were really sitting between Kyle and Timmy here.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to get the three-headed snake going.
Yeah.
Bring in Timmy for a little bit more offense.
Yeah.
That's really what it came down to. It was a very tough decision.
Yeah, so, I mean, you, Tim, and Sam, that is a lot of firepower. That's a pretty terrifying team.
Yep. We'll just see what the rest of the picks got for us. Hopefully we can pick up maybe a little bit of defense. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, right on. Okay. I don't want to ask you your secrets yet. Maybe in the next round I'll ask you who you were. If you could choose a defender that's left, probably Kyle, but I expect Kyle to there are 4 picks before you get a pick again. So if Kyle makes it through those 4, I kind of expect him headed your way. Any other defenders that you've got you get your eye out for?
Yeah, really when I'm looking at this, I can see a lot of them are either captains or already gone off.
Right.
We were actually looking at you went pretty early. That was expected.
Cool.
You're definitely a high value pick there. Alex was definitely a high value pick just for the size and the defense.
Yeah, I apologize. Hate to cut you off, but it looks like the next pick is in. Thank you, sir.
And the next pick, the 5th pick of the 2024 Invitational Tournament, Kyle Phillips.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
And Caitlin Willis.
Some people were hoping that he'd be available later on, but no, when you got a defender like Kyle,
So now, yeah. So as we've seen, Doc was right. A run on defenders. Kyle is off the board, and yes, Mr. Bolte talking us through this.
How's it going?
Good. And just a reminder, you're going to have a pick pretty quick here. There are 2 picks.
2 picks,
and then
back.
yeah. So you've picked up one of the last defenders who's played A. What else are you looking for to round out your team here?
Good quality players.
Yeah. All right. There's chock full of them. Right on. Thanks, Chris.
we like it.
So now a very exciting part of the snake draft. This is the exciting part of all snake drafts, right? So Joe Tiffany and Mario Chavez have back-to-back picks. They get to pick 2 players in a row without any fear of being intercepted. And so they have a lot of sway here, right? This is a pretty powerful back-to-back pick.
Well, I'm definitely expecting another defender to come up 1 minute.
Probably, yeah, Joe and Mar. I mean, and they could do, I was thinking yesterday if there weren't defenders, if they were going shooters first. Oh, it looks like the pick is in, and so let's go over to the commish.
For the 6th pick of the 2024 Invitationals is Brad Batania.
Brad Batania.
He's going to Joe Tiffany and Mario Chavez.
Yeah, that's awesome. So a calm shooter, and so now Joe and Mario are back on the clock for their 2nd pick in a row. They've got another 2 minutes, and they've already got it, and the 2nd pick is in.
All right. For the 7th pick of the 2024 Invitational, Mario and Joe have taken Brad Dobies.
Wow. Yeah. All of the Brads are off the board. There's a double Brad. Yeah. Awesome. So right now, Chris Bolte and Kaylin Willis are back on the clock. Yeah, their last pick was Kyle. As they put together their team, I wonder if Joe and Mario have plenty of time before their next pick. If either of those guys want to wander by, or Kyle, you want to? Are you? If you're available to come over for a chat. So we'll bring Kyle Phillips over here.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Kyle. Okay, all right. We got important draft related business to take care of. All right. So
I wish I
yeah, I gave my pen to Snowy is the problem. Because I needed to keep up here. So again on the clock. Oh yes, thank you. Beautiful. What service? Okay. Yeah. So the first pick was Doug. And Steve, who was the second pick?
that would be a one Mr. Noah area.
Oh, that's right.
That's what 2 is.
And then it was Doc. And then it was Tim. And then it was Kyle, and now it looks like Chris and Kalen have their pick in.
For the 8th pick of the 2024 Invitational Tournament, Stephen Snowy Swanson is going to Chris Bolting here.
Nice. Nice. Brad. Okay. Stop. Okay, so. Brad, Doug, Kyle.
I'm glad that you are writing down the actual choice because I'm just marking who has been selected.
Yeah. Okay. So, my apologies. Now I think we got a little organized again. Next on the clock is Sam and Beckett. They selected Tim Austin in the first round, so they have 3 of the best shooters at the tournament on their team. They were hoping for a defender last time. Kyle was their number 1 choice, but Kyle's been taken. Goalies left, strong defenders left. Of course, you've got Gus Zirkle. He's probably Sean Palacios is left. Stephen Montgomery, he is, and he also we got the 1-minute warning here for Sam and Beckett. Sam on the phone, I think that's making this a little bit difficult. Beckett's on the phone with Sam. Yeah, it's making it a little bit. So yeah, Stephen Montgomery can play both ends of the court here, and it looks like Kyle has some time to join us. So Kyle, we were just talking through. First of all, congratulations, Bolty, Kalen, and Snowy. That is going to be a good team. How are you feeling about it?
Feel great, yeah. Played with Bolty before. Actually won a tournament with him in B 2 years ago, so it's just kind of we're going to run it back. I understand how his play style is. Snowy's a great utility player, so and Caitlin's just overall well-rounded, so I think it's going to be a fun tournament for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thinking about the current pick on the board, this is Sam and Beckett and Tim, so 3 top-notch shooters. They wanted you. Of course, you didn't stay on the board very long. Too much firepower, too much defense. So any defender prediction?
Beforehand, from a defender standpoint.
And I apologize, we have the pick.
Yeah. Rude. Very rude. You broke my brain. That's not call for. So, oh man. For the 9th pick, I cannot. That's like things getting really bad. For the 9th pick of the 2024, BJ.
Another shooter. All shooters. That's a pretty cool strategy. All the way up is on. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, very interesting. I for sure thought they were going to go goalie or some height, anything.
Yeah.
That's an interesting pick. Or even Stephen Montgomery, right? He's a great defender, suspected really well, right? So there's a slim pick in the goalies, right? I think we talked about this. Once there was a run on goalies, we would all go and pretty quick. So.
They may have, Beckett may have to stay back a little bit more than they would like.
Yeah, but that's Beckett's play style though. He's a 4-3 motor guy, right? So he's good at coming up, taking a quick shot, getting back on defense, and getting in position really easily. So
it is so interesting as we come up to so the next pick is Barrett Davis and Brad Reading, who took Doc. So I think they certainly have a defender. They certainly have a fair amount of offense. So it's just keeping it rolling. Then the next one, Clint Fisher, Austin Carter, and myself. That is looking like a team right now that is a lot of folks that grew up playing the defender roles. Contrasting with what Sam and Beckett just picked, that's a lot of primary shooters. Sam, Timmy, Beckett, and BJ. That's all shooters, and it looks like we're also getting a team that might be all defenders at this point.
It'd be exciting,
Well, unless the other team scores more points than you.
But, that's the exciting part about the way this tournament's structured, right? Is everyone has experience playing both sides of the court, right? So, there may not be both looking at it, right, but they'll still
know what to do when they get back there, so it shouldn't feel bad.
Yeah. I'll also say if we got together as a small group and tried to make fair teams, we'd never have a team of shooters and a team of defenders. So it's really cool as like an innovation, is trying something different to see how the draft is going to come through with just really different approaches to building teams.
Yeah.
And then that's. Oh, go ahead, Kyle.
I was going to say, I hope this style continues, right? I think this is exciting. It adds a new twist to invites and kind of what your expectations are going into it. So it's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, well, right on. Well, it looks like the next pick is going to come up here shortly, about 10 seconds or so. And yeah, Barrett Davis and Brad Reading. Thank you, Kyle.
And for the 10th pick of the 2024 Invitational Tournament, Austin Willis.
Austin Willis.
Barrett Davis and Brad Reading.
Austin Willis. Excellent. Okay. So that team is Barrett, Brad Reading, Doc, and Austin. And right now, Clint Fisher and Austin Carter are on the clock. Excited to see who they pick.
Do we want to get
Yeah, that would be cool. They've got a little bit of time.
Brad Reading? Would you like to come and talk about your pick, sir?
Brad, welcome. Yeah, okay. So far, you and Barrett, first of all, how did you like that matchup, co-captain, seeing you and Barrett paired up together?
I mean, what's not to like, right? Like, at the end of the day, invites is all about getting to play with people you never would, right?
Yeah.
And I was blessed to get to play with a really good group of people that I never played with very much last year, including at the last invites, Mario. Because even though he's a local guy, I've always been against him. Never gotten to play with him. So that was a wonderful, fun experience. And then, yeah, of course, Barrett's on a very short list of people that I think everyone in the nation would want to play with.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
I'm just excited that my game's developed enough that apparently he was pretty excited with it. So that's a win, right?
That's awesome.
It's always a win when both are excited. And more exciting, almost honestly, is this pick process has been really, really easy just because Barrett has involved me more than I would have asked for, and we've been on the same page. So,
And I know that Barrett has played previously with Austin in an Invitational. Have you played with
I've never played with Austin. So far, the picks are newbies for me, except for Doc, obviously. Doc was just obviously, you can't pass a top-tier goalie.
It's what?
We got technical difficulties, folks.
Robo? Oh, it sounds like a robot.
Sounds like a real one.
Oh, when Brad talks.
Yeah, we could turn that one off and just use this.
No, you're saying this one's roboting. No, that one is. Okay, we can use this mic. Perfect. All right, yeah, we'll roll with the punches here.
But yeah, it's been exciting, been fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome.
All right, so we're gonna switch out microphones for the issue there.
I may have actually just. Well, yeah, we can switch it out.
Are we ready for the pick? All right.
Thank you for those commentating, by the way.
Yeah.
And
All the
for,
feedback.
we have selection. Pick number 11, the 2024 Invitational Tournament. David Bernard.
David
Clint
Bernard.
Fisher and Austin Carter.
That's awesome. If you're looking for a shooter, it's tough to beat David Bernard, Voldemort himself. Perfect. I am. Oh, Timmy is joining us.
What's going on,
guys? A little late.
Tim, how are you feeling about your team right now? It's Team Firepower. You, Sam, Beckett, and BJ. Who's going to be on the defensive half of the court?
I think, honestly, I have no idea what's going
Are you going to play goalie?
I think what Sam's trying to go with.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him. I think he wants 5 shooters.
Yeah.
I think he just wants
Yeah.
a team of all shooters.
I think that's awesome.
I don't think he cares about defense.
I think that's really cool. Like,
I'm surprised I went to that early, though. I was thought it was going to go a lot much later.
bro, you're surprised you went that early. I'm not going to process that. For a while, I went number 2. Yeah.
He was all left, and I walked out.
Yeah, okay. So that's a great point. Who is left? So the next pick is Tom Benavides and Ross Wunderlich. They picked Doug Troyer, number 1 overall. Okay, sweet. Thank you, Dan. All right, so who's left? We've got Derek Scott, Jay Fania, Gus Zirkle, Nathan Kiefer, Sean Palacios, Stephen Montgomery, and Steve Vogt.
Is Gus still in the thing?
Gus is in the thing. He's here.
No, I thought they swapped him.
So there was a discussion about swapping Gus for KB, but because of some of the other folks, I believe this is the list.
Okay.
I believe this is the list that Gus is in the upper, and KB is took one for the team there.
Yeah, I don't know what Tom's gonna want. You got a cherry picker.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got screens and shooting, Tom holding it together. So Gus may work on that. Sean Palacios, kind of a defender-minded person. Steve hasn't gotten picked yet. Stephen Montgomery hasn't gotten picked yet. David got picked after BJ.
Clint team needed Dave.
Yes, yes.
Dave, I was like, I don't know what they're doing.
You know, it was looking like we're going to have a team full of shooters and a team full of defenders.
I heard there's trades, so maybe they want
some trade. Interesting.
Nathan, is he here?
Kiefer, he has arrived in Dallas. I haven't seen him at the center. He flew in today. All right, and so again, Tom Benavides and Ross Wunderlich are on the board with the number 12 overall choice. And again, snake draft, they're going to get 2 back-to-back choices. So they're going to be able to finish their team. They get to select 2 right now. No mystery, no hoping nobody picks them.
I think Stephen Montgomery's going to be a sleeper pick because I don't think a lot of people know about him.
Yep. I agree.
I think
and on his home court.
Yeah, I think Steve gets a pick too soon.
Yeah.
And maybe Jay has to get picked too soon.
I mean, Jay also, the Jay Fania effect in these cars is real. So he drives fast wherever he is. And in the Texas cars, these clutch cars, he'll, I've heard it referred to as the Ian effect, the way Ian plays. Jay will fly around. Yeah, I mean,
that's where
Steve or Jay? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Be a sleeper pick.
I think so, too.
And let's not forget we still got
honestly, Kiefer would be a great addition to my team because so Clint, Austin, myself, and David, because
that lets Clint float.
That lets Clint, Kiefer, or Rome, yeah. But Kiefer and I can, as well as other folks, can go up there, set cherry picks, and help set up the team. And also, we got a lot of height. This is exciting.
It's kind of interesting. I thought Brad and Brad going back to back was.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I thought honestly I was going to go to Jeff's team.
All right, and
I didn't think you were going to last that long. I thought you'd go earlier than the 6th pick. I had you before me.
I thought all defense first 5 picks.
Yeah.
Defense. I had to put money on it. Dave, how do you feel about going to Clint's team, baby?
Yeah, let's get Mr. Danny Bernard over here to share his thoughts.
The number 11 pick overall.
How's it feel?
Doesn't feel very good. But my franchise made the right decision.
Yeah.
Gave me partial ownership for my pick. Yeah, I think our team's good. We got some size.
Yep.
We needed a shooter.
Yep. Yes.
I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think so too. What do you think of this team, Sam's team, right now?
Oh, not a lot of defense.
Oh, that's your man. Sorry.
And for the 12th and 13th pick, Tom Benavides and Ross Wunderlich select Nate Kiefer and Jay Fania.
Wow, that's great. That's a great team. Not just as a Seattle guy. Those are excellent picks. We were just talking about how I thought those guys were we're going to make a big play. I was secretly hoping I could get one of those guys on my team. This puts Clint Fisher and Austin Carter back on the clock to make the final selection for their team. The available players, Derek Scott, Gus Zirkle, Sean Palacios, Stephen Montgomery, Steve Vogt. I would expect that team to want another offensively minded person to partner up with, David Bernard as kind of an alternate primary shooter. Yeah. Steve, this could be a thing.
It certainly could. And just wanted to make sure that the chat was aware that it is being monitored on the stream. So
Yes, excellent point.
yes.
So, Steve, what do you think of those last picks? This team, Tom, Ross, Doug, Nate Kiefer, and Jay Fania.
I think it's very well balanced. They got size, they got shooters, they got a really good rotation, great leader and Royce and Tommy.
Yep.
Jay's extremely loud.
Yeah.
It's very well balanced.
Yeah, and they have the full spectrum of height at the tournament. In the upper division, Jay, one of the best smalls in the game, and it doesn't get much taller than Ross. That is a full spectrum. The fact that Kiefer is not the tallest person on the team is a little terrifying. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that'll be an interesting team to play. I think Jay will add some of that necessary dynamism, that kinetic energy, just kind of that team really needs. I think he and Tommy floating around, flying around real quick. Doug will find some spots. It's pretty exciting, and it looks like the final pick, the 14th overall pick, is in for Clint Fisher and Austin Carter.
The 14th pick of the 2024 Invitational Tournament. Clint Fisher and Austin Carter select Stephen Montgomery.
Whoa.
Right.
So yet another incredibly strong defender on the table. Very tall, also able to go cherry pick. When I heard him announce it, I swear I thought he was saying Steve Vogt.
I was waiting for the pause after Steve. Or is it going to go right to Vogt?
Yeah. So.
Without their defender.
Minute 37.
Yeah. So on the clock now, Barrett Davis and Brad Reading with the last pick for their team. So it's Barrett and Brad, Doc and Austin. Solid all the way around. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I really don't know.
Any of the remaining players could fit in really well there.
I mean, I have a guess. Still going to be a guess.
What do you think is going to happen?
Derek Scott might be a good fit for that team.
I was thinking Derek Scott. I was thinking Sean Palacios to help partner with Doc a little bit. Play that number 4. But Derek Scott could be a really good pick for that team. Honestly, you and Gus would also fit really well on that team.
I think the remaining players left did really well. Any of those players, really, it's just,
Okay, and the pick is in. Let's go to Mr. Snowy Swanson.
For the 15th pick of the 2024 Invitational, Sean Palacios, the Ben Davis Bradley.
all right, you called it.
Next on the clock is Sam Kim and Beckett Stanislaw. And so Sam again on the phone with Beckett, this team of all shooters. So this kind of looks like, if you had to pick a shooter from the remaining list, the shooters, Steve Vogt, and Derek Scott, I think, also qualifies. Certainly has been in the past. Well, what would be funny, you would play a lot of goalie on that team,
Right,
which is awesome. Yeah. I know you're happy there.
Yeah.
Whatever the team needs. So, all right, Steve, to that point, of the teams that are left, Sam and Beckett, Chris and Bolte with Kyle and Snowy, Joe Tiffany, Mario Chavez with the Brads. Is there a team that you see yourself fitting best in?
Oh, let's see. I mean, I hate to be a bit of a homer, but I feel like I really played well in Chicago.
Yeah. And the Brads. Yeah.
I just feel like we will gel really well. I haven't played with Mario before, but we're all really level-headed players.
Yeah. And Mario will tie any team together. You know, I think we keep talking about the Sam and Beckett team as all firepower. I think we're sleeping on Joe Tiffany's team.
Yeah.
With Brad Batania and Brad Dobies. I know Brad Dobies has played a little bit more of a defender role. Oh, and it looks like the pick is in for Sam and Beckett.
Sam Kim and Beckett Stanislaw for the 16th pick select Derek Scott.
Derek Scott has been selected. Okay, we're getting some feedback. Dan, can you say that again about Steve's mic?
It sounds like barely coming through.
Barely coming through. Okay.
I just need to talk louder or something. Maybe I'm just being a little too quiet. I'll try and speak up a bit, hopefully.
So Derek Scott went to Sam and Beckett. That team is now, this is Sam's team of all shooters. This is Sam, Beckett, Tim, BJ, and Derek Scott. I thought that choice was between you, Steve, and Derek because Sam does look like he's intent on building a team of all shooters.
All right, my dream of being Mr. Irrelevant is that much closer, Noah.
Yeah, so let's see, Bolte, Kalen, Snowy, and Kyle. I don't think that this team needs a defender like Gus. Of course, Gus can play more than that, but because Kyle is such a strong defender, Snowy's such a strong defender, my expectation, Steve, is that you'll go this pick. Even though it would be really cool to see you on the team with Joe, Mario, and the Brads.
Yeah, I mean, because they can go any way. I mean, they don't necessarily need a defender on that last team, but
yeah, I was just saying that Brad Dobies is, he's been playing the defender role with Anthony and Chile, but he really is a shooter. He grew up winning as the primary shooter through DNC, and it looks like the pick is in to finish out Chris and Kalen's team.
For the 17th pick of the 2024 Invitational, Chris Bolte and Caleb Willis select the commissioner, Steve Hall.
The ambassador.
The ambassador. You're the commissioner. I'm the commissioner.
All right, so close, yet so far away.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's all right. And so what that means is, even without the next pick, it is Gus Zirkle going to Joe Tiffany, Mario Chavez, Brad Batania, Brad Dobies. It's what that team needed was a goalie in that role. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe and Mario planned it that way so that Gus would be taken as the defender that they needed. I think it rounds out both of those teams with, Steve, you going to Chris and Kalen's team where they had some strong defenders and Gus going to Joe and Mario's team where they could have used another one.
Yeah, and this is actually really exciting. Kyle and I, before the Invitational a while back, we were talking about how fun it would be if we could actually play together. So this is going to be cool.
Well, there we go. Snowy, now that the draft is over, all of the players have been picked. We'll review them before we quit. But I would like to welcome you to the to your own tournament.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, I'm getting some distraction.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, 5 p.m. today. 5 p.m. today. Yeah.
is when the tournament starts?
For trades.
For trades,
Yeah,
okay.
Trades are up through a lot of trades up until 5 p.m. today.
Okay, and then when does this tournament begin play?
5 p.m. today.
There it is.
And hopefully have everything set up to where we'll also be live streaming it out for the rest of the weekend, as long as everything goes according to plan.
So, Snowy, this was the first time we have done a live draft, bringing some transparency to the team-making process to the masses. I'll also say, Sam was able to put together a team of just shooters, and for a while it looked like Clint and Austin were putting together a team of just defenders. Of course, they picked up David Bernard as a shooter. What are your thoughts? How do you think this draft went?
Well, I think Beckett did a good job of drafting himself to play goalie.
Yep, right, sure.
I think that's a interesting draft strategy there.
Yep.
I halfway suspected that Clinton Carter may decide to try to grab all the goalies, which I thought would be really funny.
Yep.
But that didn't end up happening. I was here for it if they did. That'd have been great.
It looked like they may have been trying. The David Bernard pick kind of ruined that. But a lot of the goalies that had played A before had already been taken at that point.
Right. Yep. It's going to be a fun tournament. I'm excited. I would never have drawn these teams up on a piece of paper. No. And I think that's kind of what makes this exciting. As upper-level players, we should be able to play any position on the court, so it really shouldn't matter. So I think it's important that, we get to flex our Whirlyball muscles a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's a thing.
Yeah. This really is a beautiful thing. I'm really grateful. Hopefully, those watching, if you have any comments, throw them in there. We're paying attention to all. This is the first time we're doing this. I think it was a ton of fun and something that we should look forward to doing in the future, coming together. Thank you so much for hosting us and for providing the capabilities to include the community and Whirlyball Nation in the process. I think it's awesome, and we're moving in the right direction. It really looks like we've set the stage for an excellent tournament that we're all really grateful for you to host.
Oh, well, I'm glad everybody showed up. So,
and for everybody out there watching, if you feel like there was anything that you think could be better, or if there's things that you liked, disliked, make sure to let us know, because we hopefully will be doing this again. And that's what we want to do.
Yeah, I'll tell you the best part is that being the 12th person assigned to a team, I get to say I was the number 2 overall pick, even though it wasn't. That's right. That's right.
So I was just looking at the teams over here, and we were just talking over there.
Yep.
What do you guys think as far as the teams that in the championship game? If you had to narrow right down, what's your pick here?
Woo!
I was looking here. I went through the list. I think that team 1 has a little tough time with defense. That's Tom's team.
If we get the mic a little closer.
That's I think Tommy's team, the first team, has their defense. That'll be a concern for them. I think on our team, number 2 team, I think that if we can score more than 4 points, we'll win games. Our defense is very good. I think Dave's going to get a lot of opportunities.
Yep.
I think it's good. I think Barrett, if they come together as a team, they're going to be real tough.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can do that. We'll see.
I like the balance there of Sean helping Doc, and then Austin and Brad and Barrett being able to slice it up. I think you're right. A lot of team chemistry is going to, and I think Sean will help them come together.
I think Sam's team's going to score a bunch of points, but I think
holy
teams
cow.
score more against them. I think.
This is, to me, this is the tournament. This is the philosophical experiment of this tournament, is that Sam and Beckett have put together a team of only shooters.
I disagree. I think BJ is a very good court person. I think if they can talk Derek and play in defense, he's tall.
Yeah.
Again, I just don't think they'll be able to come together defensively well enough. Offensively, they're studs.
Yeah.
They got some big shooters out
there.
I think Bolty's team is decent. I just don't know that overall can they come together as a team again. I think team chemistry there. We'll see how it works out. If it does, very tough. Very got all the positions together. I don't know what that. I think Joe's team probably is the favorite.
Yeah. I agree.
With Dobies and Gus playing defense, Gus is underrated.
And Dobies is underrated as an offensive weapon.
Dobies is very good, actually. Gus is good. I think he's underrated.
Yes.
Tanya was shooting out here. He's got a chance. Mario, all-around great player. Obviously, Joe. So,
and Mario will stitch that team together, and Joe's leadership out there. It's I mean,
Mario's a yeller. So no.
and Joe wins games.
Joe does win games. I've heard.
Yeah.
But no, I think to me, Team 6 is the favorite. Would you guys agree?
I think so.
I think so. And I'm going to be. Obviously, it's my team.
On paper.
On paper, correct. Good point. Good point. And watch this. Neither of those teams will end up in the final.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's possible. And never count out Sam Kim.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I've never ever seen Sam Kim have 2 bad tournaments in a row.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I've only seen Sam Kim have 2 bad tournaments ever in his life.
Yeah.
So don't ever count out Sam.
And there is a philosophy that I'm interested to see if it works. Is sometimes the best defense is just make the 2 points to cancel out whatever those guys do on the back end. And it sure seems like they could go 5 up, all out, just score the points.
Right.
Someone's going to have to go get the rebound.
Correct.
But as long as they keep scoring, as long as their percentage is higher,
right.
I'm excited to see it.
A lot of the picks were very surprising to us over there. We were very surprised. I couple picks in a row. Like, for example, I was very surprised that Sam did not take a defender.
Yes.
Especially it was Kyle. Kyle was the one.
Yes.
Picked him. I mean, it's interesting philosophy.
Yeah.
Interesting philosophy. I think Sam is saying he's going to play defense the entire tournament. Just kidding. And no, I just am very surprised by that pick.
I love it. I love the because we were talking about, like, if we were to get it together in a room and try to make team open process, Whirlyball Nation was able to see it. I kind of this was cool.
The commissioner was questionable, but he did it.
You did a fine job.
Well, you see at the very end where he tried to blame Steve as the commissioner?
Yeah. We have the same name.
The commissioner has to be Steve. All right.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Thank you, Clint. All right. Let's wrap this thing up. Snowy, any final thoughts as we end the draft, move into the trade window, and begin to start the tournament?
I think we're ready to go. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Glad to get out there finally.
Yeah, right on. All right, well, we will reconfigure. Thank you for joining us, Whirlyball Nation.
Thank you.
We'll reconfigure into the live stream to provide some commentary, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Good luck, sir.
Good luck to you.
Congratulations on the number 2 spot. Congratulations to me on second to last. And
Both number 2.
Number 2.
That's right.
They're number 1 in their hearts.
Number 1 in our hearts. That's right.
Thank you, Dan, for doing tech for us.
Yeah, awesome.
The scholar. And I'll see you soon.